Hello everyone, my name is Natalia and today we're going to make this beautiful little bee. This little bee measures 21 centimeters and the safety eyes are 12 millimeters. To make this bee, I used a 2.5 millimeter hook. We're going to make the bee in two parts in two videos. Today we're going to start with the base of the body. I hope you really enjoyed today's video, and if you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you can leave me a comment about what you think of this little bee, how you liked it, I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, I'll leave you with a step-by-step. Alright, let's get started and we'll begin with this part, okay? This whole section, but I'm not going to use black because that way you can see it better. I'm going to do it in this color, but this part should be in black. I'm gonna do it in this particular color, and this specific part I will meticulously do in a vibrant yellow, but the part that absolutely should be black I'll carefully do in this lovely pinkish color. So we'll begin right where I previously mentioned with the adorable little body, and then we'll proceed to make a magic ring. I am currently using a 2.5 millimeters crochet hook, and we will precisely make a magic ring with exactly 6 single crochets. I have carefully counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. We will then securely close our ring, and ladies, we are definitely going to crochet in a continuous spiral. So you will certainly need a reliable stitch marker or perhaps a small piece of yarn, whatever you conveniently have available. Now from rounds 2 to 4, you should carefully make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. I'll be neatly hiding this tail as I diligently go along. This particular stitch absolutely needs to be clearly marked. I've successfully finished my round 2. Please continue precisely like this up to round 4, meticulously making 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. This is exactly how it should visually look. For round 5, we're going to carefully make 6 increases. This specific stitch absolutely needs to be clearly marked, which will be the very first one. Remember, an increase is always 2 stitches worked into the exact same place. There's my very first increase, then the second increase, and then you should carefully make 4 more increases, 1, 2, 3 and 4 additional increase, and then we'll definitely come back. For round 6, the precise sequence is 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and you should repeat this pattern 6 complete times. 1 single, 1 increase, 1 single, 1 increase, until you precisely reach the marker. Ladies, please don't ever forget to always clearly mark the very first stitch, which is the one we just meticulously made, because we're working in a continuous spiral and you can very easily lose your precise place. Okay? For round 7, we will create 2 single crochets. First make 1 single crochet, and then immediately after proceed to make the second single crochet. It is important to mark the very first single crochet you create in this round, as this stitch will serve as a key reference point for subsequent steps in your pattern. And an increase. We're going to repeat that sequence until we reach the marker. The stitches, an increase, 2 stitches, an increase. For round number 8, we make 3 single crochets, mark the very first 1, 1, 2, 3 and an increase. We repeat that sequence. 3 stitches, an increase, 3 stitches, an increase, all the way around. For round number 9, I've already gone ahead and made 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and an increase. We're going to repeat that sequence. 4 stitches, an increase, 4 stitches, an increase. For round number 10, I've already made 5 stitches, and now it's time for the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence. 5 stitches, an increase, 5 stitches, an increase. For round number 11, I've already made 6 single crochets, and now it's time for the increase. We're going to repeat that sequence. 6 stitches, an increase, 6 stitches, an increase, and we'll come back. Now, girls, from rounds 12 to 13, we make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. Don't forget to always mark the very first one so you don't lose your place. We keep going like this, 1 single crochet in each stitch until the very end of round 13. Girls, look, I have 1 last stitch left here in round 13, but I'm not gonna make it. We're gonna change colors, so we're gonna close it like this, cut a piece of yarn like this, and pull it through here. See? What I do is to try to make the color change less noticeable. See, for example, here there's a color change, so I think it looks a little less obvious. So I leave one stitch undone, and we thread a needle with the black yarn, remove the marker, and insert the needle where the marker was, right there. And we're gonna make a kind of fake stitch. Now I grab only the inner loop here, and look, so you can see it looks just like a stitch. Now I'm going to go a little further back here to attach the next color, which will be yellow. It doesn't matter where you insert it, just a little further back, and that's it. First, we carefully take the vibrant yellow yarn, then we proceed to make a foundational slip knot, and finally we meticulously hook it on. I meticulously arrange the threads, and now we absolutely have to start carefully hiding the vibrant yellow and this other complementary one. So now from rounds 14 to 17, we're going to precisely make one single crochet in each and every stitch. First, here I thoughtfully make 2 chains. These 2 chains will definitively count as our very first single crochet, and that's precisely where the stitch marker would ideally go, right? Now I just diligently keep making single crochets, okay? Just like that, making one single crochet in each and every stitch up to and including round 17. In the very next round, when you're about to join, please keep crocheting normally in a continuous spiral and join here in the second chain. That's exactly where you should join. Carefully cut these 2 strands a little bit and gently pull them inside. I never cut them randomly. I always cut them precisely like this and leave this part securely inside, and then diligently keep crocheting. Ladies, I have successfully finished my round 14 and wanted to show you, so there's absolutely no confusion whatsoever. I have completely finished round 14, and to begin round 15 I join here, carefully mark that very first stitch, and then diligently keep crocheting as usual. Well, I just wanted to show you that important detail, so please keep going like this up to and including round 17. Meticulously thread it onto the yarn needle, carefully remove the marker, precisely insert it there, and grab only the inner loop, just like this. And it looks like a perfect little stitch, and that's it. Now we're going to securely attach the black yarn, or whatever specific color you thoughtfully chose, in my case a lovely pink. We're at this crucial part, right? Make a secure knot at the very end and then smoothly move on to round 18. Now here we carefully make 2 chains, and these 2 chains will definitively count as our very first single crochet. We carefully hide these 2 strands, and now from rounds 18 to 19 we precisely make one single crochet in each and every stitch, including round 19, so that's exactly 2 full rounds. Please keep going like this. For round 20 we're going to do 6 single crochets, 1, carefully mark it, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 decrease. Repeat that precise sequence. 6 stitches, 1 decrease, 6 stitches, 1 decrease, and I'll give you detailed instructions for round 21, which is just simply make one single crochet in each and every stitch. I'll leave it written here for you. I finished my round 21 and I have one last stitch to make, and I'm going to do the same thing to change color. And that's it. Now we're going to add the yellow color. To begin, make a slip knot at the tip of your yarn, ensuring it's secured. As you already know, It's important to hide these 2 strands of yarn as you go, weaving them in neatly to maintain a clean finish. For round 22, you will make 5 single crochets. First, I make these 2 chains, which effectively count as 1 stitch, serving as the starting point. So after those initial chains, I have 2, then 3, then 4, and finally 5 single crochets completed. Following these 5 single crochets, you will then perform a decrease and then another decrease immediately after that. Okay, you need to keep repeating that sequence throughout the entire round. 5 single stitches, followed by 1 decrease, then another 5 single stitches, and then another decrease. Continue this pattern until the end of round 22. For round 23, I went ahead and already did 4 single crochets, setting the stage for the next step. And now it's time for the decrease. You will repeat that sequence consistently around the entire round. 4 single stitches, followed by 1 decrease, then another 4 single stitches, and then another decrease. Maintain this pattern until round 23 is complete. Now I'll leave you with the detailed instructions for round 24, where you will make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch around the entire circumference. By the time you finish this round, you'll end up with a total of 30 stitches. For round 25, I already went ahead and completed 3 single crochets, preparing for the next step in the pattern. And now it's time for the decrease. So you will repeat that sequence precisely. 3 single stitches, followed by 1 decrease, then another 3 single stitches, and then another decrease. Continue this pattern until round 25 is finished. And girls, remember to fill your piece as you go if you want, adding stuffing gradually to achieve the desired shape and firmness. For round 26, I already did 2 single crochets, setting up for the next part of the pattern. And now I will perform a decrease. You will repeat that sequence throughout the round. 2 single stitches, followed by 1 decrease, then another 2 single stitches, and then another decrease. Continue this pattern until round 26 is complete. For round 27, we are starting the head section of the piece, and we're going to do an increase in each and every stitch around the entire round. This means you will make a total of 18 increases. There's my first increase carefully executed, and then my second increase following the same method. Keep going like that, making increases all the way around the entire circumference of the piece, and then come back to me once you've completed all 18 increases. For round 28, you will make 5 single crochets, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and finally 5 single crochets. After these 5 stitches, you will then perform an increase. You will repeat this sequence consistently. 5 stitches, followed by 1 increase, then another 5 stitches, and then another 1 increase, continuing this pattern all the way around the entire round until it is finished. For round 29, I already went ahead and made 6 single crochets. And now it's time for the very important increase. We're going to carefully repeat that specific sequence. 6 single crochets, followed by 1 increase, then another 6 single crochets, and finally 1 more increase. And girls, now I'm going to leave you the detailed instructions. Because it's more of the same process, we just continue making these essential increases, and I'll write everything out clearly here so you don't have any doubts whatsoever. This is precisely how it's looking so far. Now, from round 32 all the way to round 41, we need to make 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. Don't forget to always mark the very first one, so you absolutely don't lose your place. And just keep going like this, 1 single crochet in each individual stitch until you completely finish round 41. I have just finished round 41, and this is exactly how it's looking right now. Girls, make sure to stuff this whole part well because we're about to start with the decreases. Now, for this particular round, which is round number 42, we are going to meticulously perform 8 individual single crochets. That's a total of 8 stitches, and then immediately following those, we will execute a decrease stitch to complete the sequence. We repeat that sequence. 8 stitches, 8 decrease, 8 stitches, 8 decrease. For round 43 and onward, I did 7 single crochets, and now it's time for a decrease. We repeat that sequence, 7 stitches, a decrease, 7 stitches, a decrease. Girls, I finished round 43, and now we're going to place the eyes, counting from here, from this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 between rows 5 and 6, counting from the top. And the distance between one eye and the other is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 stitches apart, more or less. Okay, so now we continue. For round 44, we're going to do 6 single crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the decrease. And girls, now I'm gonna leave you instructions because it's more of the same. We just have to keep making decreases. Don't worry, I'll write it all down for you here, okay? And we'll meet again to close the round, to close the head. As it grows, make sure to stuff this part well first, and then stuff the head well. Okay girls, I finished my round 49, and I left a long tail to close it up, and also make sure it's well stuffed. We're gonna thread a yarn needle, and you see here we have 12 stitches. We're gonna go through all 12 stitches, grabbing only the outer loop, and pull as we go, counting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 until we reach 12, and then we'll come back. So we close it up well, make a knot, and hide the yarn inside the head. And girls, we're going to end the video here. In the next one, we'll finish everything that's left. I hope you've really enjoyed it so far. Sending you a big kiss, and I'll see you in the next video.